New black belt, Tim Boetsch. Is that right? Do we have to call you sir now? Or
Professor. I go by Professor.
What does that mean to you, though? I mean, obviously, you know, a mixed martial arts competitor, but that's kind of the traditional side of it.
Sure.
I mean, where does that accomplishment rank up there for you?
It's a validation for the many, many years of hard work that I put in. Definitely proud to have the honor of being called a black belt, and you know, a lot of hard work went into that, and I'm very appreciative of Marcus and everything he's taught me and give me that black belt. So I really appreciate everything, and it is quite an honor.
Very cool. All right, let's talk about your MMA career. You've never been afraid to take on the very best in the world.
No.
When it came to you with this matchup, what did you think about it initially?
I was really excited. I knew Johnny was moving up in weight class, and anytime you get to fight a former world champ, me personally, I like to jump all over that opportunity. So here we are, and right in his backyard. So it's going to be a great fight. I know the fans are going to be awesome. You know, probably a lot of them will be rooting for Johnny, but that's okay. I've been in hostile territory before, and it's turned out all right for me. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great fight, and matchup-wise, I think it's going to be very exciting for everyone involved.
Well, let's talk about the place first. I mean, obviously, a cage is a cage once it closes, but is fighting him in Oklahoma, you know, the collegiate wrestling standout coming into Oklahoma? I mean, is that kind of fun?
Absolutely. You know, I see a lot of Oklahoma wrestling T-shirts in the crowd here today. They seem like they're smiling at me and being cordial, but I've got an idea there's a lot of Johny Hendricks fans here today.
All right, so then let's talk about the matchup itself too, because I wonder, you know, a former champ coming up in weight, you're a guy that used to be up in weight, came down in weight.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to stand next to him, kind of size him up a little bit?
Yeah, you know, there's definitely a difference in size, but that's to be expected. I started my career at heavyweight, and I wrestled at heavyweight, and I believe he wrestled at 155 in college, so you know, there's a size difference, but at the end of the day, he's a world champ, and that doesn't happen by accident. He's going to be super tough. The level of achievement he had in the Division I wrestling program speaks to how tough he is, and I definitely give a lot of respect to those guys that come out of those types of programs.
You kind of touched on there, but he's had some inconsistent results as of late, but you still hold him in pretty high regard. Absolutely.
I think well, from experience, you take anybody light in this sport at this level, you're going to find yourself in trouble. So definitely not taking Johny Hendricks lightly.
You think he's going to want to stand and trade hands with you? I mean, he likes his power, but of course he has that wrestling base.
Well, I think so. You know, there's been a lot of talk of this new striking coach that he brought on, and he's been talking about the things he can do with his hands, and you know, that's kind of what made him famous was his power. And I suspect that him being a little bit heavier now, and I'm sure that he feels comfortable walking around at his weight right now, and I'm sure he's strong. That's one thing that I know is going to be one of his attributes, and that's going to mean he's going to let go of those hands. But I've been in there with some pretty heavy punchers before, and I can throw a pretty good punch myself. So we'll see what happens.